I had taken my first steps into this new world that, while it was unseen, I was discovering was, first of all, very, very real. And it was also one that not only could I get a little bit of a taste of, I could actually immerse myself in it. And I think that's what spurred on my desire even more, was it wasn't just a philosophical exercise. It was a very real experience, and it was one that I could experience. So what was the next steps? Where and who do I go to sort of give me a travel guide on what's in this new, almost like a new neighborhood? It's like if you go on a trip and you go to a city that you've never been to before, and you wake up in the morning and you walk out the door and you go, wow, I have no idea what's here. And so I guess I'll just start anywhere and see what I find. In a very real way, that's where I was. I wanted to know everything there was to know. I wanted to see everything there was to see. I wanted to experience everything there was to experience. There was a little rock and gem shop. It was called Red Deer Rock and Gem. And I had been there before, and it had rocks and crystals and things like this. But now, having this increase in my awareness, I mean, heck, I could feel energy off of trees. I wanted to know what was really going on. So I went back there. And Rick, the owner, he told me about a little meditation gathering that met there once a week, and he suggested it might be a good next step for me. I thought that'd be a good idea. I had, as I've said, kind of played around with it, but I thought, well, it'd be handy to learn more, and it would be really cool to meet other people like me. So I came to this little gathering. There was probably 4 or 5 people. Melody was the leader's name. So we sat in this little circle, and she had us do this, close our eyes and do this visualization. I can still remember it, even though it was 20 years ago. She asked us to close our eyes and to visualize a ball of light about a foot above our head. And what we were to do is let that light sort of flow down in through our crown chakra. Now, I don't know if I'd even studied about chakras yet, but come through the top of our head, down through our head, our neck, and into our heart. And then what we were to do was allow that to expand outside the perimeters of our body. So we were in this sort of bubble of light. So I did. And then we just sat for probably about 20 minutes. The first thing I noticed was my legs were starting to ache because I was sitting funny. And then I had this daydream. Now, I wouldn't use that word now, but back then I would say a daydream. And for those of you that have ever been to Banff, Alberta, it was taking place just west of Banff along the Bow River. And it was like I was flying and I was looking down. And I could see where sort of the river came together. And there was a little tent there, like on a gravel bar. There was a little tent. And there was this individual standing outside the tent. He had a little fire. And he was just sort of enjoying the day. Now again, this was like a bird's eye view, so I really couldn't get a lot of details. But I just found this sort of naturally happening, and I found myself observing it. You see, I wasn't trying. You see, the visualization, I was creating it. And then this daydream again, it just sort of happened and evolved on its own. And I was participating in it. I wasn't creating it. 20 minutes would be over, she would bring us back, and away we would go. So I went the following week. Again, the daydream, the story, it's like it picked off where it left off, and it started to evolve, and I found myself getting lower and lower. And so I could see this individual. He was Native American. He had gray hair. He had 2 long ponytails. He had like a checkered shirt and blue jeans, I guess I would say. And he was just so peaceful. And as I said, he was just standing, looking around and just sort of enjoying the moment. And then, of course, the meditation was over. And what I found was that as I did that, I started to become aware of the others. Now, okay, here's where it gets a little weird, okay? I guess when I thought about the other people, I was thinking of other people. But what I've discovered is in the land of the unseen, is there are others. Not all of them are people with bodies.